People are calling this shoe brand the most comfortable shoe of all time. So I think it's only fair if I buy a pair, review them, and see what the hype is about. Now, if you're into your shoes or fashion, or maybe even just lifestyle, you probably would have heard about On Running and their Cloud range. They're trending all over social media, and as a sneakerhead, I thought it is fair and probably about time that I buy a pair and see what the hype's about, see if they're really worth the money. So these cost me £150, and they are the recently released On Running Cloudtilt. And here they are in all their glory. Now, they're actually quite nice. Boom, 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 boom. Now, the box is pretty standard. It comes with a gradient effect all over it, and it's just a cardboard box. There's not too much fancy going on, but that's fine. You don't wear the box. But when you open it, this is when things get a little bit interesting. Now, the first thing that caught my eye was the colorways. Now, this shoe comes in a multiple range of colors, but there's not loads to choose from. I'm a big fan of triple white shoes, but unfortunately, the Cloudtilt doesn't come in any triple white, all over white colorway. So I went with the closest thing for it, which is kind of this white and blue gradient effect. It also has hits of orange and some lighter blues on the upper, as well as a black sock liner and white laces. Now, the white and black colorway for this particular shoe is probably the most popular. I'll put it on the screen now. It's what a couple of my friends have, and it's what I've seen a lot of people on social media go after. It's been sold out a few times, so that colorway is probably the most difficult to get hold of. But for me, this is my favorite. Now, the shoes do come in an all black colorway, triple black, which I do really like. However, they were released at the end of last year in 2023 as a collaboration with Laowe or Laowe, whatever it's called. I'm chronically dyslexic, so I'm sorry about any butchering any pronunciation. That's a luxury collaboration, so they're moving for like £300-400. I think £375 in the UK and $400 in the States, which is just stupid, especially when these are the same thing, basically. And they're 150 quid and like 160, 170 in the States, US dollar. Paying an extra 200 quid-ish, maybe even more for a particular colorway is not really what I want to spend on a shoe that I'm going to be using all the time. It's not a collectible sneaker like some of the stuff behind me. Now, the shoe is very, very light. For a sneaker that is ultimately quite bulky for a lifestyle shoe, it's very, very light. And to be fair, you would expect that because it's a technological front-footed shoe. It's meant to be light and sleek and soft on your feet, and it is ultimately. They do that very, very well. The shoe is light, it's fun. Something I also noticed as soon as I opened the box was that the laces are very different. It's called the On Cloud Speed lacing technology, where all you have to do is literally just pull them to tighten the lace. It's quick, it's efficient. You just slip them on, pull the laces, and done. I'm not sure if I've quite got used to this yet because I found the laces do undo a little bit too easily for my liking, especially when you're on a slow run. Now, if you are familiar with the On Cloud running range, you might see some familiarity with the Cloudtilt and the Cloud Nova, as they have a slightly higher and bulkier silhouette, which is good if you're looking for that extra support, which I'll get onto shortly. Now, in terms of this particular model, they do fit true to size. When I went into Foot Locker yesterday, the lady told me to size up, but they were a little too big, and so I went true to size with a UK 9. I probably would stay true to size for maximum comfort. Now, the actual upper on the On Cloudtilt is made of a seamless mesh made from 100% recycled polyester and is colored using dope dye technology, and doing so, it reduces the water waste by 90%, so it's a very environmentally friendly sneaker. The padding around the ankle and the tongue is very light, so there's not huge levels of cushioning around the ankle, but there's definitely enough. It kind of hits the balance between breathable and supportive and cushiony, because obviously if you go too cushiony, your feet can sweat and just overall it can make you more uncomfortable. Now, obviously, one of the main things about this shoe, the USPs, the unique selling point of this particular Cloudtilt model, as well as multiple other Cloud sneakers, is the sole and midsole technology. However, on this particular shoe, On Running actually use a different type of Cloud tech. It's not quite as explosive as the original Cloud technology because it's not a fully focused running shoe. The new Cloud technology, which is used on some of the newer silhouettes, such as the Cloud Surfer and the Cloud Eclipse, actually absorbs the impact when you put your foot down and then returns the energy in phases, which results in a more cushioned and ultimately comfortable wear. Now, what are the Cloudtilts actually for, and are they really that comfortable? Well, this particular model is not a running shoe. So if you're doing light exercises, gym work, these are honestly perfect. Me personally, I've just kind of got into running. I'm not really much of an athletic sneaker guy, so when I saw the Cloudtilts pop up, I kind of liked the design. I liked that they were a little bit futuristic-y, and that I wasn't just buying a running shoe, but if I wanted to, I've got the option to run in them. So in that sense, they are a little bit budget friendly, although they're coming in at 150 quid. Because how versatile this shoe is, I feel like you get a bit more bang for your buck than you would on a couple of other On Running shoes. So ultimately, this particular model is very much a walking everyday kit, which does offer really, really good support. And I get that. I completely see that. I went running in this shoe the other day. I'll put some footage on screen now, and to be honest, I'm not a professional runner, and it worked really well. well. I felt they gave me enough support. They were very, very comfortable. It was kind of like walking on a cloud to an extent. And what I realized is that when I was making this video, that you don't actually feel the full impact of the Cloudtilt until you go back to your previous shoe you were wearing. So for example, if you go with the competitors like an Adidas Ultra Boost, which is still extremely popular, or maybe even an Adidas Yeezy, shoes that are really, really comfortable thanks to their Boost technology, but don't have the same inbuilt support and might be a little more style driven, you really notice a serious difference in performance when opting with the On Cloudtilt. Honestly, I'm a massive Adidas Ultra Boost fan, and it does pay me to say it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go back to the Adidas Ultra Boost after wearing this. Now, the pros and cons to the Cloudtilt. We'll start with a longer list, which is the pros. It's very stylish, modern, and it's futuristic. So this particular design is a little bit ahead of its time. It's very in now. It's not going to fall out of fashion, which again adds to the budget friendliness of this shoe. You're not buying a dying out silhouette. You're buying something fresh and something that's here to stay. Also, they're obviously very, very comfortable, and that can't be ignored. They are one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever had on my feet. They feel amazing. They've got some really good support. You can also wear them throughout the day. You can wear them all day long. They're not a super specialist sports shoe that needs to come off after a period of time. You can wear them to 12 to probably 20 hours a day, and your feet are going to be feeling really, really good. They are also so versatile. You can wear them in so many different scenarios and exercises and just lifestyle. Finally, for the pros, they are insanely lightweight. They're very light. They're not heavy on your feet. Even with their little bit of extra ankle support, On Running have been smart and they've not overdone the ankle support, so your feet won't get too sweaty, which is fantastic. Now on to the cons. What is bad about this shoe? Well, the limited colorway runs is a little bit annoying. I wish you could just buy them in an all white colorway or maybe all black, but potentially we probably will see them really soon. The laces can also be a little bit annoying. Now, they're very good, and I probably would put the speed laces in the pros and the positives, but if you are a little bit OCD and a little bit weird with your laces, and if you really want a super tight fitted shoe, the laces are not really optimized for that. I haven't quite worked out what the best way to lace these are yet. And finally, the only other con I can really think of, and respectfully, is the fact these aren't a running shoe. They aren't very good for actual professional running athletes or someone who's going to run 10, 20k or a half marathon or a marathon. You need to buy a specialist running shoe for that. These definitely are not it. So overall, are the On Cloudtilts really worth buying? And have I been sold by this new cloud technology? Yes, I'm really, really impressed. I think when you combine the comfort levels of this shoe with the support and just how easy it is to do everything, how easy it is to lace, how easy it is to get the shoe On Running have made the whole shoe and the design really futuristic-y, kind of without any complications, and I seriously respect that. Now, the price point is a little high. It's a lot of money, £150 or $170. It's a lot for a shoe. But when you look at other popular shoes that people are wearing right now, especially like lifestyle sneakers, Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, New Balance kicks, you can probably throw Asics in there as well. The On Clouds are genuinely one of the better priced shoes for what you get in that range. So I'm really impressed. I am definitely going to be keeping these. I'm probably going to be wearing them a lot more. I've only had them for a couple of days and I have really enjoyed them. I'm not a big lifestyle sneaker guy. I quite like the collectibles. I like Dunks, Air Maxes, a few Jordans here and there. And going from those kind of shoes to this, it's a complete lifestyle shift, man. So On Running, you know, if you want to chuck me a little sponsor or a little paid ad, man, to promote your stuff, let's talk, let's have a conversation. But on that real, thank you guys for watching. I do really actually recommend this shoe. Like I've said, I'm impressed. I can't lie. I'm a little bit blown away. Is this really the most comfortable shoe around right now? Honestly, from someone who buys an insane amount of shoes and has tried nearly every shoe brand under the sun, this is definitely up there, and I'm really keen to see if someone in the comments has a more comfortable shoe recommendation for me. As always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe if you like streetwear and sneaker content, and thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.